What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement. Going to give you a quick recap, rundown of that Utah Jazz Lakers game. I said in my last video I'm not going to be too upset if they, at least fight and scratch. Just want to let you guys know it's another game that we should have won, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we didn't pull it out. And I'm going to talk about a couple things I seen towards the end. The biggest problem that I seen throughout the game was basically the ISO plays. If you look at our assists, you notice that we only had one person that had 4 assists. We weren't really passing the ball a lot. A lot of guys were just getting the ball. It was like one and done. One person bring the ball down the court. He passed to the other person. That other person either take a shot or he just dribbled too much to create something for himself. One too much passing. And that's when the Lakers get into their funk, when they play half-court offense because they're not a good half-court set team, and when they become ISO players. Those two things right there on offense is what really kills us. But I'm going to talk about a couple other things, and I'm going to get right into it. It ain't going to be that long because this is like, you're saying the same thing over and over again. But I just want you guys to understand. I'm just waking up. I got the Charlie in my voice, so I might sound a little different, but it's all good. Anyway, stats. Utah shot 50% from the field. We shot 47% from the field. 3-point percentage, they shot 34%. We shot 25%, 4 for 16. Like I said, we live and die by the three-pointer. If I keep telling you guys, if the Lakers would actually go to the paint and stop being scared of contact, or scared, not scared, that's not a word, but scared of contact, we could win a lot of freaking games, dude. But we don't go to the paint. We shy away from contact. That's why I said the Lakers are not physical on offense. They definitely not physical on defense. Anyway, they were physical in that game against the Clippers, but like I said, they won that game. But I'm not going to beat on that one. But anyway, free throws made. Utah 70%, 17 for 24. Lakers 18 for 22, 81%. Total rebounds, even out, 46 apiece. Offensive boards, they had 14, we had 15. Defensive rebounds, 25 to 25. Hustle man points, they had 19 assists, we had 19 assists. Remember, we averaging 20 assists on a bad night. So that's what I'm saying. We're not playing to our potential. Steals, they had 6, we had 8. Blocks, they had 4, we had 3. Total turnovers, they had 20, we had 16. Points off turnovers, almost about even. They had 24, we had 22. Fast break points, 8. They had 8, we had 13. Points in the paint, 46, we did have 50. Most of that had to do with Julius Randle. Now on personal fouls, they had 18, we had 21. Now, the only person that really stood out to me, to be honest with you, was Julius Randle. Two good games back to back. He had 2 good games back to back. This game was probably his best game, his best scoring game too. He had 25 points, 12 boards. He only had 3 assists. A lot of plays were basically him just making his own plays because once again Moscow would come out. Now, Luol Deng had a subpar game, 9 points. He had 9 boards. He does good on the rebounding. 1 steal, offense looked terrible. Mas only 26 minutes once again, 3 for 8. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds. He had a block shot. Like I said before, 26 minutes, not playing him. And I'm gonna talk about that. Russell had a bad game, 2 for 11. And you already know about that ice in the vein shot. There wasn't no ice in his vein that night. It was air in there, so it was something wrong. But anyway, 2 for 11. He did have 4 assists, 4 points. And I keep telling you guys, 4 assists ain't nothing. I mean, freaking a person on the bench can get 4 assists. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep telling you guys he should be the 2. Because for some odd reason, when he have contested shots, he's not that good. But when he got like open shots where he's running off of pick and rolls and screens for open high percentage shots, is when he makes most of his shots. You know what I mean? So anyway, Nick Young didn't have a good game. He only had 4 points, 2 for 8. Robinson came in, had 10 points, 3 boards, had a nice little dunk. But the matchup with him and Goldberg, I don't like it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Goldberg took advantage of it, man. I mean, if Goldberg was like a real offensive type of player, man, he could have dominated. I mean, I'm just being honest with you because it was so much of a poor mixed match, man. And I keep telling y'all guys, the rotation sucks. Brandon Ingram, 31 minutes, ain't putting up numbers. Y'all gonna say, well, he had good defense. Listen, this game, he didn't have no defense, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hayward came in, lit up him and Luol Deng. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Hayward had his dunk on Julius Randle, man, made him back off. Even using the air, he backed off by in the air. How the hell you backed off in the air? Listen, Hayward had a good game, dude, and he blew past freaking Ingram. You know what I mean? Listen, like I told y'all before and over again, Ingram right now as a rookie, 21 minutes. You know what I mean? 21 minutes, 22 minutes. If he's struggling, that's all good. Y'all guys keep saying, well, he's playing good defense. I know he's playing good defense, but sometimes you got to still let him sit down and make them think about what they're doing. That's why I told y'all guys over and over again. Y'all used to get on Byron Scott about sitting down D'Angelo Russell and all them. Byron Scott did that to discipline them guys because they got on there and they act like, they took the NBA for a joke. They didn't get on there and play to their level. And that's what I'm kind of telling you guys. You guys keep telling me, they're good, they nice, they this and that. And I'm not knocking it. But they're not showing it. And that's why I said at the end of the day, that's why Luke Walton have to be a little hard on them to bring the animal out of them guys, man. Because we know that they can do this. But they're not showing it. They're not showing it. They don't have that fire that, who did Kobe lead a fire to? Only thing Kobe left to these guys was the ISO plays. I mean, who taking the torch? I don't see nobody stepping up. Randle's doing good. Randle's the only one to me is stepping up, as in like wanting the ball. And I'm not saying that Nick Young, D'Angelo Russell, and Lou Williams don't want the ball, but I'm talking about that fire. I don't see it, man. But I don't know. Anyway, Jordan Clarkson and Lou Williams, both of them had a good game, and this is what I'm talking about. Both of these guys off the bench had a better game than the starters starting. And I'm saying to myself, why ain't these two guys closing out the game? Lou Williams was in there, but my thing is like I would have had him and Jordan Clarkson there. D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young would have been on the bench. I'm just being honest with you. They'd have been on the bench because they didn't do anything. All right. And I'm going to tell you all the reason why the Lakers lost this game. Now, they were fighting back and forth, them in Utah. When Miles was in there, if you noticed when Miles was in there, they had like a lower cushion, like a 6-point lead, 7-point lead. Then Utah came back, tied it up. They went up by 2. The Lakers took it back. They took Miles out, brought Robinson there. It was pretty much okay, but Robinson, like I said, he's a mixed match to Goldberg. Goldberg was basically boxing out in order to allow the Haywood and them come in and do what they want. Good pick and rolls he was setting in the paint. Also on top of that, the small ball, the last 2 minutes of the game. Now, when we were up by a bucket, I think it was 99-97. We was up by a bucket. Haywood took the shot and he missed the shot. You had Nick Young, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, all of them in the paint, if I'm not mistaken. All of them in the paint. Goldberg, I say Goldberg, like the wrestler Goldberg, you know what I'm saying? The wrestler that freaking beat you up in less than 5 minutes. If y'all guys remember about that, go check out WCW archives. But anyway, Goldberg comes in. He bows his way between all three of these guys. And just remember I told you earlier about the Lakers having a problem of just standing one waiting for the rebound to come off the rim. They stood there and waited for the rebound to come off the rim. This guy bowed his way through all them guys, right? Knocked Nick Young to the side, fought between Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram, grabbed the rebound. Instead of them even foul, first of all, they shouldn't allow him to grab the rebound because it shouldn't be Julius Randle on Goldberg anyway. And this is my problem with Luke Walton in this small ball offense. Well, lineup, period. It's just terrible. He should have Mozgov in there. Mozgov is not. He's not going to give you 12 rebounds, nothing like that every given night, but he's a big body. And you put that body on Goldberg to keep him from getting in there. And see what I'm saying? Because Miles would have boxed him out, and somebody else would have probably grabbed the rebound. On those crucial moments, you got to go according to the matchups. He didn't do it. Cost us the game. You had Julius Randle on Goldberg. Goldberg came in, underneath all them three guys, grabbed the rebound, fought back to get that ball into the rim to tie the game up 99-99. Then he came down. Julius Randle came down. Try to make him. Well, he didn't come down. He got a pass from Russell. Went down to the paint, tried to make a layup, blew the layup. I already knew that once he blew the layup, he's not going to hit the free throws. Same scenario that happened to him in another game before, where he blew the layup and missed both free throws. So he missed the free throw. Now they fouled Goldberg. What they should have did in the paint when he grabbed the rebound, they should have fouled him. But anyway, they get down there, foul Goldberg, he missed both free throws. So they had 13 seconds on the clock. This is my problem with Luke Walton keeping in cold players. Russell and Nick Young were both cold. Look at their stats. I'd have had Lou Williams and Jordan Clarkson there. I'm sorry. I would have had them in there. Sometimes you got, like I said before, you got to keep an hot hand. It's not about the fans. The fans are not the ones that's paying for. The fans are not the ones that you collect your money from, your checks from. You know what I'm saying? We only observing, and we're going to call it, a lot of fans are going to be idolizing a certain player. Oh, you should have had this player. You should have had that player. No, you got to put it in the hot hands. Like I said, Clarkson and Williams were hot. You should have had them in. Anyway, come down the court. D'Angelo Russell eat up all the time and take a Steph Curry type of three-pointer. Steph Curry type of three-pointer. I said to myself, like, man, wow. Wow. Why you just didn't drive to the paint? Yeah, it was cluttered. Even though Nick Young was out there, but, listen, I'm not even mad about D'Angelo Russell taking the shot. A lot of fans were pissed about him taking the shot. I'm more mad that Luke Walton didn't take his tail out and had Jordan Clarkson and Lou Williams in there. You know what I mean? Somebody that was hot. You instead, I'm stuttering, but instead of having those two guys in, you decided to have Nick Young and D'Angelo Russell in, who both were cold. Lou Aldain, who was also cold. You know what I'd have did, to be honest with you? I'd have put Robinson at the power forward spot. I'll put Randle at the small forward spot. I kept Mize in, and I brought in Williams and Clarkson. You know what I mean? And that's what I would have rolled with, because other than that, everybody was basically cold to me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. And I'm hoping that we win 30 games, man. But if Lou Walton keep doing this with the small ball lineup, and I don't know, like I said, I don't want to keep beating up on the guy, but it's just it's too obvious, man. The rotation is terrible, man. Miles, like I said, 26 minutes when he should have got freaking 30-something minutes. He should have been there every time Goldberg came in there. That's when Miles should have came in there. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Because the reason why I'm saying that, because if you put Miles on Goldberg, right, it have made it much more difficult for them guys to get into the paint. And I know they were getting a couple easy layups here and there, but think about it. Look at the score. We had them up by 8 one point in time when Miles was in there. And then when they went to Diallo, this one out of the board, Robinson. Robinson would have been in on Diallo. Yeah, Diallo would have took a lot of threes, but think about it. Robinson much more agile, much more quicker than than Miles Government. So while Robinson being there, I'd have had him on Diallo to do what? To force Diallo to run him off the freaking perimeter. Diallo ain't gonna grab no rebounds over you. Diallo don't even play down low. He like to shoot threes. So Robinson would play him, or I'd have switched out and had Julius Randle or my powerful play him and just let Robinson hover around the paint, man. There's so many things that Luke Walton could have did, man. But I don't want to get this guy excused, man. I want to, but he's a coach. Everybody had high expectations about him. 90% of the fan base saying that he's the savior. He's gonna come in and turn things around. To me, I just see the same thing, the same result that we seen from Byron Scott. And I hate to say it, but if Byron Scott was here, it'd probably be the same scenario. The same win totals, whatever it may be. I don't know. Byron Scott probably won a couple more because he probably had it in the matchup. And he would have said D'Angelo Russell. I know a lot of you fans would have been mad about it, but it is what it is. You got to sit them when they're cold. When they're hot, you let them play. But when they're cold, you got to sit them down, man. That's how you win, man. It's about winning games, man. It's not this, I don't want to hear that development stuff no more. I'm tired of people throwing it around loosely. Oh, trust the process. They're developing, because that's a bullcrap lie. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I definitely have a video coming out about Luke Walton, and it's going to shock you guys. And I told you guys over and over again. You know what I mean? You guys keep thinking that it's about developing this and that. Nah, Luke Walton is frustrated. But you only can blame Luke Walton because Luke Walton is the one that's calling the shots. Like I said, this ball was in the palm of our hand. You could have brought in Lou Williams. And there's another play I want to talk about. D'Angelo Russell bringing that ball down. And then remember I said how the guys are holding the ball. Him, Jordan Clarkson, Lou Williams, all them guys. Julius Randle, everybody holding the ball too freaking long. D'Angelo Russell bring the ball down. He gives the ball up to freaking Lou Williams with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Lou Williams had to fight in order to make a shot, and it was a jumper that hit the backboard. Utah has good defense, man. And at the end of the day, man, you got to play them according to their weakness too. But, the Lakers play into their trap. Half-court offense. That's why Utah was hanging around. Remember, Utah is not a high-scoring team. The Lakers got to get out and run. If you run, that means they got to take Goldberg out the game because he's not catching up. But the Lakers keep playing half-court offense, allowing the opponent's defense to get set. And this is another thing that's killing us, man. That's why I tell you over and over again. That's why he liked that second unit so much, because the boys run. And I think it's unfair that the first unit should not run. That's why I say that D'Angelo Russell need to be moved to the 2, or continue to let Julius Randle bring it down, let him push. Let D'Angelo Russell run behind Julius Randle. D'Angelo Russell gets set up behind the perimeter as Julius Randle penetrate. Then he just kick it out to D'Angelo for the open 3. But they got to push on that first unit, man. They really got to push, man. This game, they came out flat again. The last game against the Clippers, they came out freaking on fire. And that's my problem. Like, they're inconsistent. They're not consistent every freaking game. They don't have that passion. And I don't care what nobody said, man. It's only probably like 1 or 2 people on that team that had passion. The rest of these guys don't have passion, man. It's just like a freaking Hollywood display to us. And I'm tired of it. And I'm saying this because I'm a diehard Laker fan. I want to win. I'm not saying that we got to keep freaking losing every 20 freaking minutes, but we need to win. Anyways, your man Urban Lover, like, share, subscribe, get a comment, tell me what you like. Y'all have a blessed day and take care. I love you guys.